When you upload your audit report to Accessibility Tracker, the remediation phase of your project completely opens up. And so let me show you what I mean. We're going to go to the dashboard inside of Accessibility Tracker. And actually, let's just go to the projects page. And so once we're in the projects page, I'm just going to go, we've got a bunch of sample projects. I'm going to go down to this company accessibility project. I added this recently. And so we're going to look at some sample data right now. We're going to the page, and what you'll see is, well, first we're on the analytics view. So we've got analytics of our project, the current progress, etc. But that's not what I want to focus in on. What I want to focus in on is when we have the audit report transposed inside of Accessibility Tracker. And so what we've done is now we have this Excel spreadsheet that's really, we've taken a broad view of the spreadsheet and we've got all of the essential data here. And for each issue, we can go item or issue by issue and assign each issue to whomever we'd like. So we can add team members, and you can always add team members to your plans in the add-ons marketplace. But based on the plan you choose, you'll have a number of team members available. And then you can assign issues to different team members. And where this is really helpful is where you want to work simultaneously. So you could have two developers working on the same time on different issues. You could add in content editors or content managers. You could even add in a designer. And so the point here is that we've got multiple people that are chipping away at this audit report. And as you know, audit reports can easily include 100 issues. So it can take a long time to get through those issues if only one person is working on them. But when you start to add one person and then another person, and you have 3 team members or even 4 team members working from your audit report, then you're going to get this done. You're going to resolve these issues so much faster. So you can assign the issues. So here I've only got 1 team member on my account. I'll go ahead and assign an issue to info@accessible.org. And then we can change the status of the issues. And we can do this easily, right? So we're not writing this in a spreadsheet, and we've got any number of statuses to choose from. And so everyone will be on the same page as to what the status is. So here we can mark an issue as not started. We can mark it as in progress. We can mark it as completed, on hold, discarded, validated, and needs work. And so these last 2 statuses are for the validator, because it's one thing for our team to mark an issue as completed. It's another thing for an external validator, or this could be just someone independent in your organization. So you have this validator come in and actually sign off that this issue has actually been resolved. And if that's not the case, then they'll add needs work. And then from there, you can go in and you can view the issue and you can see the feedback from the validator. And we're actually updating the note section to include a complete comment log. And so I'll click on this action view in a moment, but let's just go through these other 2 columns I have here, which are user impact and risk factor. So user impact enables you to sort the issues in your audit report by the issues that have the most impact to the most number of users. Obviously, all accessibility issues are important. And given, just thinking about, well, this issue can affect one person, whereas this issue can affect another, you work through this game where you're trying to decide, well, is this a critical? Is this an urgent? Is this important, etc.? And so what we've done is create a formula where we've gone ahead and assigned the highest issue to or the highest score to which issues are going to have the most impact to the most number of people. And so that's what you see here, is this ability to sort by user impact. And you can also sort by risk factor. So risk factor is concerned with the ongoing serial litigation surrounding website accessibility in the United States. And so this is a data-driven formula where the issues that show up the most in complaints filed by plaintiffs' law firms are going to score the highest. And so here you have precision. So with most of the traditional ways of sorting and prioritizing, you get some general categorization. So it could be high, medium, or low, and you could have additional categories within that. But the point being is that you really don't have any precision. Here, you know exactly what to work on first. So I'm just going to go ahead and sort by user impact. And so we're sorting now by low. And if I sort one more time, we're going to get all of the issues by high. And so we can see that there are several that are marked as high. And not surprisingly, they are associated with success criterion 2.1.1. And so that's why all of these issues are all scored a 97, because it's concerning the same success criterion. But if we scroll a little bit lower, we can see another high marked as 95. And this is 2.1.2 keyboard trap. So it just continues on like that. It's a really nice way to prioritize the issues in your report. And again, this is only possible because we've gone beyond just an Excel spreadsheet, and now we're looking at the audit report online. It's now dynamic, and now there are so many different things we can do with it, including Now I'm going to go ahead and view this single issue. So let's say your developer is working on this issue, and now they want to look at the details for the issue. We've gone from the broad view now to the very granular view where we've got all of these issue details. We've got the description, we've got the applicable code, we've got the recommendation. And by the way, this is all information that is found in an accessible.org audit report. So our audit reports are very detailed. This is carried forward. All of the data from the audit report is extracted inside of Accessibility Tracker, and that's where we can start to leverage AI to our advantage. So there are many details here, all of them carried forward from the audit report. And by the way, again, we're adding a comment log so that you can see a comment log for each individual issue. For right now, there's only a note section. We're going to update that for 2026. But what I want to show you, before I do, you can edit this issue. So let's say there's something you want to change for some reason. You always have the ability to do that. So here you have the flexibility. If you want to change what the recommendation is for some reason, if you want to change who the issue is assigned to, whatever it is, you can change the status. Everything is editable inside of this single issue view. But I'm going to cancel that. And now I'm going to analyze with AI. So this is very helpful. This is extremely helpful when your team is newer to accessibility. They're working through this and they have this data, they have this detail, but they want some help. And so now you can have help outside of technical support. Now you have AI there to go ahead and guide you through the fix. And so let's just go ahead. We've got 5 different AI tools to choose from. And these are all the pre-prompts that you would expect. And one of these actually isn't a pre-prompt. It's where you can ask for a custom analysis. So that's one tool. Another is alternative approaches. Let's say that you don't want to use the suggested fix that's in the audit report. You can go with an alternative approach. You can also ask for clarification on the WCAG success criterion. You can get a simplify and explain. So tell me what this accessibility issue is in plain language. And here you can get a detailed technical answer. So let's go ahead and generate this analysis for a detailed technical answer. And AI will start streaming the detailed analysis. So here we have analysis of the current implementation, detailed technical recommendations, improved code snippets. I mean, just imagine how much quicker this is going to make your accessibility project, because now you're going to get the issues corrected. You're going to get more issues corrected right the first time. So that means less rounds of validation or thinner rounds of validation. Your team is going to learn about accessibility because they're going to get really here experiential learning. This is specific to your digital asset. And keep in mind that this is generated based on your audit report, based on the actual issue. So of course you can use AI, but now you've got AI inside of the dashboard and it already has all of the information. You don't have to enter a prompt. You just go ahead and select which prompt you'd like. And then so just continuing on down, we've got an explanation of the WCAG requirements, suggested testing methods, and this is all AI providing us with this information. Of course, AI can make mistakes, but this is extremely helpful, and it will, you've always got the validator there to back you up, because that's why we have the validator, right? Is to ensure that the fixes are not only made, but made correctly so that they resolve the issue. So this is extremely helpful for you to use. And this is all available because now we've made our audit report available online. So we've got this centralized hub. Everybody can chip away at it. There's so much efficiency. Your project's going to go by so much faster. And this really is the best platform on the marketplace. And there's really, we're just going to keep making it better. We're not stopping here. This is just where it is currently, and we're just going to continue making this the best possible experience in streamlining the remediation phase of your accessibility project and finishing this off sooner, reaching WCAG conformance sooner, having documentation. More documentation is coming to Accessibility Tracker, including the ability to store your documents. There's just so much here, and the reason why this is so complementary to everything you're trying to do is because this is created by us. This is created by accessibility professionals with years of experience in this space. So, a lot of times what happens with platforms is people just put them together real fast and they tell you, well, here's your platform to use, and it's scan-based. And scans are fine, but scans are very limited. It's so important that you know that. And what has happened for too many years is that people will work towards 100% score on a scan. We're not after 100% score on a scan. We want full WCAG conformance, and we want to track full WCAG conformance so that we can know how close we are. And of course, WCAG conformance is tied directly to compliance with various laws and regulations. So it's so important that we're able to accurately track our progress and project completion. And so there's just so much here. So much has already been thought of for you. And we're continuing to just add on these very very nice complementary features that are going to help you in tracking, in documentation, and in making this more efficient, saving you money, and completing your project faster. So this platform, once people become aware of this, this is going to be the platform that people choose, and we're going to continue to make it better. More AI, in accessibility, we all know there are certain things that cannot be automated, but where AI can accelerate, we're going to make that a possibility. And you can see this firsthand with our AI VPAT generation. So that's already taken hours of work for each project. That's taking that out of the equation. That's going to lower costs. Even if you're sourcing to an accessibility provider, then hopefully they pass some of that savings onto you. But then if you're an organization that is self-issuing your own ACRs, that's going to really, really speed things up. But the point here being that we are thinking of everything and we're taking in feedback. So some of the features we've produced faster because we've been asked about them. And one prime example of the feedback is with the scan and monitoring. That is coming in Q1 of 2026. And this is something that I get asked about all the time. So many people want scanning and monitoring, and it's being added in here. And so this is really going to help with your accessibility project. And now you can see what you can do once you have an audit report available online as a centralized hub. It's now dynamic and it completely opens up your project. So I will include a link to Accessibility Tracker in the description. You can go ahead and sign up now at accessibilitytracker.com.